We're looking at Keldon on the left and Harvard on the right. You can clearly see that there's a height difference between the two varieties and also a timing difference. Keldon is about 2 to 3, maybe even 4 days behind the Harvard. Harvard has a similar timing to Princeton. Looking at the bottom of the Keldon plant, and it's extremely clean, hardly any, just a spot of septoria at the bottom, that's about it. On the left of this picture is Harvard, and to the right is actually Princeton. Princeton looks to be the replacement for Harvard this year. Very similar characteristics. It's actually about 1 day later than Harvard. Princeton's best attributes are that it's tall with good standability, very good standability for being a tall variety, and it has excellent disease tolerances. You can see that the plant is very clean, and the fusarium tolerance of this particular variety is very good as well. This is a brand new variety to our lineup. It's called White Bear. It's an Ond variety. It's actually a hard white winter wheat. We look forward to some new market opportunities with this variety. It'll be grown under a contract program, but it has very good yield potential and maybe some pricing opportunities. Right here we're actually looking at Presley on the left and Keldon on the right. Both these varieties are slightly later than some of our other varieties. Presley would be the second latest variety we have, and then Keldon would be the latest probably. Presley looks like it's going to be a really interesting variety grown under a contract program, and one of its strengths is that it stands extremely well. It's a very open canopied variety, and it also has some very good disease tolerances, very good fusarium tolerance. When looking across this plot, you can see the difference that days of maturity make. This is Keldon right now, scrolling across to Presley. To the one in full head is actually White Bear. Beside that is Princeton, and then Harvard, then Keldon again. You can tell what difference the weather would make with fusarium infection. If we had a day that had rain today and the Keldon wasn't necessarily in full head where it could get infected yet, but the Princeton was in full head, it would be fully susceptible to infection. So the days of each variety are very important when it comes to disease. This is Brooklyn, very interesting variety. One of its main characteristics is that it has a very upright leaf structure. It stands through just about anything. This is a variety you can push with nitrogen fertilizer rates, and it will stand through it. And it has extremely good yield potential. One of its main characteristics is having very large heads. This is C&M 614, a slightly taller variety than Brooklyn. It has very big head sizes. One of its biggest benefits is that it has an excellent disease-free, it's an excellent disease tolerance variety. If we look down at the plants, there's hardly any disease in there at all. Very clean flag leaf, and very clean rest of the plant, which is extremely important. This is C&M 249 next to the 614, and it is going to be brand new in 2011. It's an Ond variety that has some very good yield potential, and it also may have some marketing opportunities to go with it.